Ah! Oh my god!
Muted.
No, it has
fine
sounds
now.
now. Right. Wait. Why I didn't why Oh, okay. I think they can hear us now.
아, 예.
Oh,
예.
okay.
오케이.
Hello.
할로. 안녕하세요.
안녕하세요. 이제 소리 있죠? 있죠?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can hear you now. Nice.
Do you need to 인사? No.
둘, 셋. 안녕하세요. 아홉입니다.
So, what are we going to do now?
Keep yapping like you were before.
Before we start, I keep yapping, and I'm just like, sharing things, and then like blah 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 blah, and he was like, no, stop. You need to press the live button first, and then yap. I was like, oh, did you just like stop me from yapping? How dare you?
라이브 시작하기 전에
Oh, we have translations. Okay, translation.
라이브 시작하기 전에 제일이 말이 진짜 많은 거예요. 그래서 시작을 못하게 하는 거예요. 시작하려고 하는데 뭐 그거 알아. 뭐 그래서 좀 조용히 해라. 라이브 키면 말하라고. 그래서 겨우 켰어요. 진짜 한 20분 동안 계속 그러고 있었어요.
어쨌든 말할 수 있는 거 너무 많아서 Why should I stop?
키자마자 뭔 얘기하지? 그랬잖아.
근데 맞아요. Oh, there's subtitles.
Oh my god.
No. This is the first time I do like only two or like solo.
What flavor are you drinking? 흑단 버블티.
Bubble tea. Malta. Yes, Oh, I need to share TMI because I went out like alone. I think he's calling me, but I just pretended not I didn't hear him. No, but for real, he said he's calling me like when I went out, and I was like, oh, I can't hear you, and then I think this is karma, guys. Then when I went to the cafe, I don't have my wallet. 지갑도 없고 QR code도 안 됐어요. The QR code is not working.
And
so
then
I was
that's
like,
when he calls me.
Yeah, I think he called me like 2 times, and I was like, oh my god. So I felt bad. I really felt bad. So I was like, oh, should I call him now? And I call him. I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't see you calling me. Blah blah blah. And I was like, I don't have money. Can you come over? And I was like, okay, I'll go. And I was like, That's when I bought this matchup.
You bought.
Oh, so I'm not gonna pay you.
No, pay me.
Yes. Right? They keep saying you're bogey. No. My face.
They said who's weaker to cold? 누가 추위를 더 타냐? I think me.
Yep. That's right. 한국어 댓글도 있어요? 아예 못 봤는데요. 어디 있어요?
아예 못 봤는데요.
He keeps making fun of my 말도.
야, 공부하고 있는데 라이브 켰으니까 안 해야지.
안 돼.
라이브 꺼야겠다.
이제 끝납시다.
코와 공부를 위해. 안녕.
아니면 공부 열심히 할 거나 라이브
동시에.
Right. Okay. Bro, they say bro. They thought I have a new hair. I have. New style.
Yeah.
New hair.
as well.
You like my hair? Gee, thanks. Just bought it. My hair looks so cute. I want to do live more often. This is so fun. You know, just like talking. I love talking.
Oh my god, what's with your energy?
I don't know. It's because this is the first time This is not the first time I do live, but okay. This is what I'm telling you earlier because you know, guys. Like I think since 2018, 19, like every 12 a.m. I'm doing live birthday live.
Every 12 a.m.
Yeah.
So you had birthday.
It's my birthday, yeah, of course. every my English. Whenever it's my birthday, 12 a.m. I always do live and then just like keep yapping blah 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 blah. So, do you think it's a good idea if I do it on my birthday too, like next year, right? If they allow me, but
Yeah.
maybe they will. Hello, FNF. This is your sign.
This is your JL speaking.
Jay, Hirono or matcha? No! Don't, you don't need to ask me some questions like that. Okay. Oh, they gave.
Oh. Nice.
나도 그랬지. 뭐가요?
Nice.
Steven, where do you get your pickup lines from? No, he didn't get it from like somewhere. He's just like normally like that. And then I will tell them, okay, this every time that he will post some pictures, he will laugh at it. It was like Jaya, look, come here, and then he will show me. It's like, do you think this is fine? And then
I see his reaction doing this. I'm like, okay, it's fine.
yeah, I was like, oh, you're so corny. And then when he always like. He always. I love your Filipino accent. He always laugh when he see my reaction like, and then if he see it like this. If it's like this, he knew that. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
This one's nice.
If he cringes, then it's a pass. If he goes, oh yeah, not bad, then I'm going, and then I start making a new one.
I was like, nope. 스티븐이 먹고 있는 과자는
It's honey butter chip.
butter chip. Okay, me too. This is 먹방.
Can you be my honey butter chip?
그럴 것 같아요. Main rapper and main yapper. Oh, I can rap too, But yeah.
Main rap and main yapper.
But that's 맛있겠다. 오! 포화도 먹어야지. 그냥 먹고 싶은 거 다 먹어요. 먹어! 특히 요즘 날씨가 많이 추웠잖아요. 따뜻한 거 많이 먹고
Eat nice, warm,
Yeah.
delicious food. 맛있는 거 많이 먹어야 돼요.
아니면 그냥 다 먹고 싶은 거 다 먹어. 나 그래. 지금
So fast, so fast.
지벤이 옌스 멤버를 저 인상 알려줘. 지벤이 형 먼저.
옌스 멤버들?
It's me.
But why is 멤버들?
아마 다른 멤버도 저
옌스 앤 멤버들 첫인상.
Such a perfectionist.
I don't know. I'll tell 제이's 그 제일 첫인상 말해줄게요. 그때
근데 저
진짜 솔직하게 말할게요.
어디서 저 만났는데? 저 봤는데?
그 방송 리듬팀 처음 들어갔을 때.
에?
응.
그렇게 늦게?
응.
에?
그리고 너 무대도 못 봤어.
근데 맞아요.
다음 차례여서.
맞아요.
응.
그때 엔트란스 맞아. 엔트란스.
그때도
엔트란스 때 그 뭔가 저희 옆 자리 있는데 저 몰랐어요.
맞아, 나도 몰랐어.
몰랐어요.
응. 옆자리 있는지도 몰랐고 처음으로 봤을 때가 그 리듬팀 사이렌 무대 끝나고 리듬팀 딱 들어가서 앉았을 때인데 근데 사실 제가 마음이 그렇게 싹 좋지 않았거든요. 그 사이렌
그래
하고 왜냐면 뭔가 약간 무대에 그만큼 연습한 만큼 안 나온 것 같기도 하고 좀 만족을 못했거든요. 근데 뭔가 리듬팀에 들어가서 오히려 약간 내가 이렇게 만족스럽지 않게 했는데 들어가서 더 뭔가 양심에 찔리고 약간 그냥 뭔가 만족하지 않은 거예요. 그래서 어떡하지 하면서 다른 친구들은 탈락 안 하겠지 하면서 약간 그렇게 잊고 있었는데 옆에서 제일이 계속 말 거는 거예요. 헬로 무대 진짜 멋있었다. 진짜 멋있었어 하면서 땡큐
잘했어.
그래서 영어 진짜 잘해. You so good at English. Yeah, I'm from Australia. 호주에서 왔어.
I was like, oh really?
그래서 계속 말 거는 거야. 그래서
생각만 해도 너무 부끄러워. 네 머리속이 삭제하고 싶어요. 진짜 그 기억.
진짜 말이 너무 많아서 약간
와.
너무 힘들었던 첫인상이었어요.
와우. 근데 저는 그때 맞아요. 그때도 뭔가 스티븐 형 처음 봤을 때 약간 그 아우라가 너무 강해서 전 무서웠거든요. 너무 무서웠어요. 진짜
무서웠대요 제가.
진짜. 근데 그때는 스티븐 형 빼고 다른 친구들이 뭐 영어는 잘 뭔가 못했어서 그래서 스티븐 형한테 계속 막 그냥 계속 그래서 뭔가 근데 이거 TMI 그 방송 그 촬영 끝나자마자 뭐 약간 인터뷰 같은 거 있거든요. 그래서 그때 인터뷰 뭐 who's blah 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 어떤 뭐 뭐지? 어떤 like who's 선수? Do you think you wanna be close? blah 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 blah. 근데 그때는 뭔가 아마 5개, 4개? 4번
4명?
아니요 4번? 4개! 그 질문 Oh my god! My Korean right now is so bad. 왜 이렇게 못해요? 오늘? 원래 이렇게 안 해요. 근데 그때 그냥 계속 스티븐 형 왜냐면 진짜 그때 친해지고 싶어서 진짜로 근데 그 방송에 안 나왔어요. 안 올렸어요. 근데 왜 그런지 몰라요.
저는 제일 얘기 하나도 안 했어요 인터뷰 때.
와, thank you for letting me know.
아니 근데 애초에 나는 그런 질문이 없었어. 누구랑 친해지고 싶냐?
너도?
아니 누구랑 친해지고 싶냐 그런 거 없었어.
그래요?
응.
근데 있어도 제 이름이 안 할 거잖아요.
응 아마.
다행이요.
왜냐면 나는 그 사이렌 무대 하기 전까지는
뭔가 친구들이 너무 많아서 이미 많아서
아니 사이렌 무대 하기 전까지는 다른 팀한테 관심이 없었어. 경쟁자였으니까. 그래서 그냥 다른 팀한테 아예 그냥 관심이 없고 우리 팀만 이렇게 포커스하다가
역시 survival Survival Pro.
그 다음에 갑자기 룰이 바뀌면서 같이 한대. 그래서
맞아요.
그래서 뭐지? 그러면 이렇게 사이렌 팀으로 쭉 가는 게 아니야? 하면서 그때부터 다른 사람들 약간 보이기 시작했죠.
근데 언제부터 저희 친해졌는데? 저희
그 뒤로 바로 계속 말하지 않았나?
음?
아니다. 아니다. 왜냐면 사이렌 팀 그
김이대?
아니야. 나 리듬에서 외로웠어 처음에. 왜냐면 다른 팀들은 비슷한 팀 다 막 들어가고 했는데
저도 one and only, literally one and only.
나는 한 명.
근데 리듬 팀에서 그
한 명밖에 없었어. 난.
누구지? 아니요.
응, 한 명.
두 명.
Just one.
아 맞아.
Just one. 응, 한 명밖에 없었어.
맞아요. 근데
그 친구랑도 말도 그렇게 잘 통하지도 않았어. 그래서
근데 사실 저희 언제 친해졌는지 사실 저도 기억이 안 나요. 그냥 자연스럽게 친해졌어요.
아마 첫 무대 준비하면서 친해지지 않았을까?
근데 당연히 전에 무대 하기 전, 그 뭐지 준비하기 전에도.
위레디 준비하면서? 아니야, 그때는
네? 몰라요.
몰라.
Yes. Okay. Did you watch all your episodes? 그때. 근데
다 생방으로 봤어요.
지금은 nope. Oh, my eyes so pretty. 뭐지?
댓글이 너무 빨리 들어가.
맞아요. 어떡해?
You're doing well, Jens.
Thanks. 와우! 뭐하삼? Hi, 한이 형.
Can't you see?
Can't you see?
보면 몰라 하니야.
하하. 한이 형 눈 있죠? 눈이 있죠? 그냥 계속 하면 돼요. 스파게티 챌린지 주세요. 스파게티 you don't know it. That's why you're not laughing.
Yeah.
Because in the Philippines, we have like, it's a legend.
뭐야, 그렇네?
뭐지? 뭐야?
프사 바뀌었어.
부사가 뭐예요?
Profile picture.
오!
프로필 사진.
아이 이거 아까부터. 디리링띵띵. Okay. What is this? Nope. Right?
I don't know. 오브지다. Yes, my favorite tea is still peach iced tea.
Peach iced tea. Your favorite tea? Not the tea that I spill?
No, I don't like that tea.
Oh my god.
I like my tea. $5.
I like your tea. Don't you guys have any spoiler for the comeback? Nothing, guys. Nope. Ink. How many hours does your English expire in Korean as well? I don't know too. It's just like, every day it's different. Sometimes I'm really good at speaking English, and then not really good, but yeah, yeah. And then sometimes I'm good, not really, but I'm good at speaking Korean. And then sometimes, especially I don't know, I think only to him, I'm talking a lot of like, what's the, like I don't know that I spoke Tagalog with him earlier too, and then he was like, "What?" And I was like, "Why?"
So doing the live, we could choose, like we were choosing which rooms to do it in, and then I was like, "Oh, the big one or the small one?" And then, what did you say again? You said like,
I said, "Oh, like di ko alam."
Yeah, it's like di ko alam. I was like,
and then he was like, and I was like, "Oh, did I just spoke Tagalog again?"
"Oh
and
my
then
God,
I
you
don't
did
know
it again."
I unconsciously, spoke Tagalog. It's not like one time. It's like a lot of times.
Many times.
Many times.
And then he doesn't know it.
So I was like, okay.
And every time you do it, you know how you can't remember.
Mm-hmm.
So I actually get like worried for you, like if it's like some illness or like something. I'm like,
yeah,
okay,
yeah. But it's fine. It's fine. 한국어 부탁.
요즘에 한이가 한 국어 부탁하네.
근데 뭐지? 그 한국어 자막?
댓글.
아니요 이거.
아 자막.
맞잖아요. 한국어 자막
있잖아. 아 한이 눈이 지금 안 보이나 봐.
아 그래요? 아마 안경 쓰고 있어.
아까도 누가 봐도 라이브 하고 있는데 모아서 뭐 이러고.
미안해요 한이 형.
지금 듣고만 있나 봐.
I'm so sorry. 아니면 그냥 숙소 가서 그냥 처음부터 끝까지 번역해 줄게요. 오케이 어때요? 괜찮아요?
괜찮아요?
Why you keep copying my? Oh, I think I saw someone ask about LOL. What's your main in LOL?
My main in LOL? I have quite a lot. Not a lot compared to like other people.
Compared to me.
Yeah, but my main is like for jungle it's Poppy,
Yeah, Poppy.
Kha'Zix, Zac.
Zac.
But I don't have Zac on that account when I play with you. And then support I play Thresh, Blitzcrank, Leona, basically every support except for like the mage supports. And then
What's your thing with mage?
And then mid I play Anivia. Top I play Malphite, Quinn, Bobby.
That's it.
Yeah, and then ADC I don't play.
Yeah, but you always play jungle.
Yeah.
When we're playing, I've never seen you like play other roles when we're playing.
애초에 다른 레인이 안 잡혀.
맞긴 해요. 계속 댓글 하고 있는데 아니요.
이제 안 들린다.
아하하. 아니요.
You know Honey? I don't really like, like he's kind of annoying these days. 알아들었어?
Oh my god. Oh.
You can eat this, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I really want to talk about a lot of things, but I can't remember. So I think I need to do this more often, not just like today.
걔 토끼 포즈 해달래.
도끼?
응.
츠원이 포즈. 이거 츠원이 진짜 뭔가 토끼 포즈 하면 진짜 뭐 한이는 이렇게 해야 돼요. 어떻게? 이런가? 이거. 이거.
예, 손가락 잡아야 돼.
손가락 잡아. 오케이. 츠원이. 아우. I just had cramps.
On your thumb.
Yeah. Okay.
자막은 유로야. I didn't know that.
진짜요? 여러분 스티븐 형 뭐라 아니요. 알려주지 마요. Don't let him know.
They said you gotta pay for the subtitles.
Yeah, I don't know that one.
I didn't know that either. 그럼 내가 통역해줘야겠네. 요즘에도 배구 해제해요?
아니요.
No.
못해요.
할 사람들이 없지.
맞아요. 그래서 만약에 뭐 있으면 좋겠네요. 근데 없어요. 그 멤버들이랑 같이 해봤는데 진짜 안 돼, 안 됐어요.
다 못하잖아.
근데 나쁘지 않아요. 나쁘지 않아요.
이렇게 하면
띵
랜덤이야 다.
진짜 랜덤이야. Jaya, can you speak Tagalog and see if Steven can understand? Of course, he will not understand. He will not. Let's not try. You know, he keeps copying me when I always say like, I think it's the same like, like for no, I keep saying when I speak English, I have this habit like saying like every word, you know.
Yeah,
and
even
parang is it's the same thing. It's
한국어에서도 너 맨날
뭔가
그런데
그런데
그래.
So I think it's just like in my system. And then he always copy me like parang.
맨날 따라해요.
아이,
따갈로는
뭐지?
빠랑.
스티븐이 한이가 짜증난다. Okay. Hi, Catherine.
Oh,
Catherine is here. So, 형.
뭐야 지금 할 수 있어? 댓글?
Are you doing great? 형 그거 그 사진 봤어요. 너무 잘생겼어요.
맞아. 입장하는 사진.
짱.
와우.
Main event, main character, you know, main character vibe. So good. Why you're so good, guys? You look so good. Okay.
끝났어?
홍기 형 백플립 주세요.
벌써 끝났구나. They finished already.
Oh, I can understand, you know. Hello. Okay, let's look at the comments.
That's what I was doing for like the past 30 minutes.
Yeah, because you know I really want to talk. I think I want to talk. Okay. I will share you a story about my life. Because I told them like, you know, like the volleyball thingy. Because the volleyball thingy, that's real. Because during that time, I was waiting for my friends, like, because we are going somewhere, and then since like we're like in our group of friends, I'm the only one who doesn't play volleyball during that time, and then we need to go like shopping mall something, I think, together. But during that time, they need to practice first, and then we will go together. So I went to their practice, and during that time, our volleyball team, they need one more person to join the tournament, but they can't since like there's only like 5 members, 4 guys, yeah. And then they just like, you know, jokingly told me like, oh, why don't you try to join something like? Well, I was like, no, I'm really scared of the ball. You know, the ball.
그래서 옛날에 제일이 이렇게 있었는데 인생 얘기예요. 옛날에 뭐 제 친구들이랑 있었는데 그쪽 볼리볼 배구 팀이 한 명이 부족했대요. 그래서 장난을 제일한테 뭐 한번 와봐 했는데
근데 그때는 그냥 그거 배구 너무 무서웠어요. 진짜
그냥 공을 진짜 무서워했대요.
그냥 볼 때만 해도 너무 무서워. 하고 너무 빨라. 뭔가 어떻게 할지도 모르겠어요.
So the ball was too fast. So he was like very scared.
Yes. And then after that I was like, okay, 그냥 해볼까? 그럼 okay. And then I try. 다음 날 바로
Yeah,
I
so,
joined.
다음 날 You're mixing it up now. How am I supposed to translate?
I was gorgeous.
So the next day 바로 해봤대요. 아무튼 네 다음 날 바로 그래서 해보러 갔대요.
And then after that, you know, like it's a long journey, but you know, I like during training, I've got hit on the face, and then I 진짜요.
긴 과정이었지만 막 공에도 맞아보고,
And then
막또 하고.
진짜요.
네.
And then I didn't expect that I reached until regionals.
What's regionals?
It's like
district,
district 2, and then there's
district
another
9,
and then there. Oh, I love that song. And then after that, there's like 4 levels. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then this is the 5th one. So I reached until 5th level. You know.
예상 못했지만 그 5번째 단계. 그래서 꽤 높은 데까지 갔대요.
Yes. 근데 제일 높은 거 아니고 그냥
The
그래도
next is
like nationals,
like representing.
Yeah, but
그 다음 단계가 그 나라 대표.
근데 리저널 때 탈락했어요 저희. 근데 그래도 나쁘지 않다고 생각했어요. And then there's this pageant before on my school. Like my classmates, they are
Pageant.
just pageant. You know what's pageant? It's like a competition. Is it just a Filipino thing?
No, it's probably just English that I don't understand.
A pageant, beauty pageant, like like they know it's beauty pageant.
Yeah.
There's some pageant for guys, and then and then during that time, my classmates told me like it's just a meeting for like just like organization something. So I was like, they need because during that time I'm not the escort, like in the group, it's like the main visual in the classroom, something like that. I am not that one, but I am like the vice president of our classroom, and he told me like,
for visual?
No, like vice president in
for
the
visual.
No, not visual, just like in the classroom.
Yeah,
but
if
usually
it was for visual, you'll be president.
Okay then, and then what?
I don't even know what this story is about. What's this?
It's about my life, pageant life. Because it's always like this. I'm not intentionally joining something, but I ended. I told you, right? Like I always ended up like getting until the finals or like making it, even though I don't want to do it at first. Like the pageant. They told me it's a meeting, but when I came here, it's just like an audition for a pageant. And then during that pageant, I won all the awards except only 2, and then I won.
네, 그래서 뭔지 모르겠지만 학교에서 뭐 어떤 미팅 한다 했는데 가봤는데 뭐 어떤 페전트 뭐 오디션이에요. 컴페티션. 그래서 그 상 2개 빼고 다 얻었대요. 완전
근데
뭐
처음에는
자기 자랑하는 거예요 지금.
진짜 안 하고 싶었어요. 그거
근데 하기도
뭔가
싫은데
배구처럼
하기도 싫은데도 그냥 이렇게 다 에이스 한다.
에이스 한다 아니고
그 말을 하고 싶었던 것 같아요 제 라이프 스토리에 대해서.
Yeah, and then my like how I came to like industry too. I told you, right? It's just like just like jokingly audition with my friends. And then
so everything's a joke to you?
At first, no, but look at me now. And then it's your time to. Yeah, I will give you maybe 2 minutes. I'll listen.
2 minutes of me yapping?
Yeah.
저는
I saw your live videos before. You like you yap and then like do like stunts and all. But why you're like so?
My life story. 저는 제일이랑 반대로 진짜 하고 싶어도 좋은 결과.
Oh,
So even if I unlike Jayo, even if there's something I wanted to get, I've never could have got it, get it. Yeah, so there was a soccer team, 축구 팀을 좀 높은 팀을 가고 싶은 거예요. 그래서 진짜 연습 열심히 해서 딱 했는데 낮은 팀을 들어갔어요.
Oh, so sad.
Yeah.
No, you're not serious, right?
I'm dead serious.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so sad. Like for real.
Yeah. There's a difference between naturally talented.
No, I am not. I worked hard for it. You know before, guys. I am
He
literally.
just rocks up and then
I'm literally
Gets
practicing by myself, like secretly. If my class, like 그때 대학교 때 저는 뭔가 수업 끝날 때마다 제 친구들이 다 나갔는데 저는 뭔가 비밀로 연습 많이 했어요. 진짜. What is that face? Why are you laughing? But 진짜요. I'm really 진짜 힘들었어요.
근데 왜 요즘은 안 그래? 장난이다.
Why? Do you like me having a hard time?
Yeah.
No. Before you always told me like during I think there was a peak like I'm really tired and then I think I had the whole world in my back and then he was like no it's not like that. He keeps like cheering me up and I was like
Why are you bringing this up?
No, because like 방금, what is 방금 again?
방금 just then.
And just then he just told me like I like you like I like you having a hard time. I was like okay then.
I like you having a hard time because of me.
Every day. So it's every day. Like for real. Like for real. Okay. Okay.
Oh, I ate it all.
Yes, and this is the 과자 I picked.
I told you to eat.
I ate. But still.
Yeah. 그래서 제일이 부러워요.
Stop. I think we need to talk about something. What do you think?
We should talk about something
More.
more.
They need to know more. I think I've been waiting for this life. For this time, all of my life since we debuted. But right now, I don't know what should I do. I don't know what should I talk about. I don't know.
Steven did not get 2 minutes.
Oh really? Okay, this time I will give you 2 minutes.
No, it's fine.
I told you to think about something. I keep seeing like they want us to cover this song.
Oh, for free.
Okay, tell me honestly, you practiced this song, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Because, no, because during that time, I think it's almost like late midnight, and then you 퇴근, and then I used the room that you used, and then when I open the computer, it's like it's 바로 그 free 가사.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, he's practicing, so maybe I think I should practice too. But during that time, it was so high. And then I think
During that time?
Yeah,
그럼
during-
이제는 돼?
No, but But we
Yeah, I'm
already
just
talked
waiting
about
on
it.
JL.
No, yeah,
So
I'm
you
just
can hit
waiting.
the high note.
Wow, you can hit the high notes, but
You taken?
yes.
You taken?
And 뭔가 뭐지? 뭔가 저희도 하고 싶었는데 근데 시간이 좀 어려워서 시간이 많이 없어서 못했어요. 근데 무조건 나중에
기회 되면.
시간이 되면
시간이
기회 되면 시간이 되면 오케이.
오케이.
Why I just feel right. Why are you Steven? Why are you scared of people?
Why am I scared of people?
He's not scared. He just don't like people. But I don't know why. People are so cute.
people. I thought you said people.
What? People? People. Ah, like people. 사람?
사람.
No, people.
People. I said it for the 100th time. I'm not scared of Bibble. He just creeps me out.
Why? People are so cute, you know? It's like 반전 매력.
No.
Because his face is so cute. And then he talks like
it's like an old man face in a baby's body.
No. Oh.
Yeah.
So it's like you have like a baby face with the old man's body. So it's like the same. Why would you think like that to people? Huh?
You don't understand.
I don't understand you why you're so you're so mean to people. He's so cute. Like people. Okay, let's find people video. God, please don't. I think I need to find some old videos of Steven Yeun and then we will copy.
Oh.
Steven live. Let's see. Oh, this is my favorite.
Oh.
And then you know that I keep oh, you look so different though. I don't know. It's
Oh my god.
pineapple pizza. I hate this video so much.
You hate it? I thought that was your favorite.
No. Yeah, but this look, I like this look, but I've been seeing this video a lot lately. Bibo! Can I show? I think I can show it. Yeah, we just need to be careful. This is Bibo, 여러분. Bibo. Oh, I look like Bibo.
Oh my god.
Oh, I want a pink hair like Bibo. Oh, I think you've tried every hairstyle.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, right?
So what's your favorite one? You would lie, you don't have one.
Why would you ask me what's my favorite?
Cause you said
This one!
No, okay, stop.
Why?
No, I don't like that one.
Why? It looks good. Specific this look, I will show them this picture. Right? I think that's good. But for me, I've never tried doing live.
Really?
Like, oh, they
Optimus Prime.
Do you know that it's a Filipino meme?
I know. I knew after you said it.
Yeah.
난 몰랐어.
And then it's just like so. Can I tell this one? Like the one I told you, like.
Oh, the stars align.
Yeah, I don't know. Because it's just like the.
Yeah,
I think because I've been a fan of K-pop, like really, really a fan. I'm a fan, and then like to the point that during that while fan like my fan boy era, I really want to be an idol as well, and then like dreaming to be a trainee something blah blah blah. So whenever
옛날에 제일이 K-팝을 진짜
진짜 좋아했거든요.
좋아했는데 막 팬보이 시절 때
뭔가 뭐 그때 뭔가 연습생 진짜 되고 싶거든요. 그래서 뭔가 그냥 오는 연습생 사진이나 영상을 뭐 그런 거 많이 투상했고.
Yeah, so he wanted to be a trainee so much that he saved like trainee
Videos,
photos and
photos,
videos.
something like that. And then the funny thing is, I didn't know that I've saved Steven Hyung's photo before.
Not my personal photo,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a group photo. 옛날에 막 아무튼 그렇게 뭐 연생 사진들 많이 저장했었는데 그때는 몰랐는데 제 사진을 저장했었대요. 근데 그 단체 사진이었어요. 제가 있는 단체 사진.
개인 사진
말고.
왜냐면 개인 사진이면 절대 안 돼. 절대. 그래서 good. It's like and then like Bobo Hyung too, like they dance
I saw that.
to your songs before. I was like
My old song. My
yeah,
before group song.
so cool. And I was like it's so cool, like how it's just like
How the stars align.
yes. And then yeah, it's just like all connected, like so cool.
Yeah, and then it's very cool because I lived in Korea and then I met like 5 members that are Korean.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. And then there was a time I saw a meme and it was in Tagalog and then I met like a Filipino member. And then I lived in China for like 3 months and then I met like Chinese members and one of my best friends Taiwanese.
Okay, Taiwan.
Yeah, and then we have a Taiwanese member
Yeah.
in our team. And then
How about Japan? I
and
love
then-
Japan.
yeah, and then when I was like in my high school era, some people told me to watch anime, and it was in Japanese.
Wow.
Yeah, and then now there's like a Japanese member in my team, so it's pretty cool, like how everything like.
Oh my god. I
Destiny.
got goosebumps. Oh my gosh. I think I can sleep tonight. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Oh my gosh.
It's a full circle.
할 말이 없어요. 너무 신기해. Anyways, yeah, that's so cool. All right, like there's this meme. Do you know that one? Like in like in the Philippines, like there's this like when they do MC, MC like like the one who, and then it's like it's all the same. Like when they proceed to something, like when they will proceed, like next time like all right, it's like all right. For our next topic.
Alright.
Alright. Okay. Do you know what OA means?
Oi.
OA.
OA.
Oh, it's been a while. It's my favorite. OA. OA. It's like
OA.
overacting.
OA.
It's like OA overacting.
Oh no.
It's just like if you're like too much. Like for like I'm OA.
You are OA.
Yeah. And then what? I'm OA. OA pa ako sa OA.
You're OA.
Yeah. If it's like, you're so OA, you're overacting. But in some ways, it became like, if you're just like too, like for example, your reaction are too much, your reactions are too much, it's like, you're so OA. You can say it like OA.
It's so OA.
Yeah.
OA.
No, not hard. OA.
How's
Yes.
the A anyways?
I don't know. It's just like
A.
Yeah. A.
It shouldn't be OA.
How is this? This
This
is
is
not
the O.
This is not O.
This is the O.
Anyways, low battery. Oh my god. Oh, do you know that? And then before we had a lot of song covers, right? And then we had the same parts as well. Do you know that one?
Same parts.
Yeah. because before I did a cover of "Stay" by Justin Bieber, and then you also did,
Oh,
right?
yeah, yeah.
And then
yeah.
we sang the same part.
Oh,
Oh
man.
my God, it's
The stars align once again.
Oh my God, I can't breathe. This is so amazing. I can't believe. Oh my gosh, I don't know if it's because I'm cold or it's because of the goosebumps I felt.
Oh, during 2015,
I don't know what.
2015,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. What?
I was alive,
Mm-hmm.
and 2015, you were alive as well.
How do you know that I'm live?
You were alive.
Alive.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, I didn't know that one.
yeah.
This is. Oh my gosh. If this is not destiny, guys, I don't know what this is.
And I'm pretty sure Poha was alive as well. Even with all the other members.
Yeah, this is destiny, everyone. Super.
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 This is all the delusional people. What they do.
Me? I think we need to. Okay, I think we should check.
다른
So we have something to talk to. You know, guys.
다른 멤버들 첫인상.
첫인상.
음.
What is your 첫인상?
다른 멤버들 첫인상. 잘 기억이 안 나는데. 일단 한이는 낯을 많이 가립니다. 왜냐면 사이렌 팀에서 첫 이렇게 모임 등장하는 걸 찍었었는데 저는 어쨌든 약간 카메라 앞에의 경험이 있으니까 카메라한테 막 인사하고 그랬는데 한이 그냥 서 있고 인사도 안 하는 거예요. 그래서 안녕, 카메라 여기 있어, 인사해 하면서 했는데 그래서 안녕하세요.
안녕하세요.
안녕하세요. 그래서 이름이 어떻게 되세요? 그래서 박한이요. And then 막 약간 그렇게 완전 조용하고 낯가려서 완전 낯가리는 친구구나 그래서 생각했고요.
Oh, really?
And 주원 그냥 귀엽다. 말 잘 듣는다. 열심히 한다.
귀엽다? 귀엽다고? I didn't say Juwon so like you. It's more on like he's cool.
무대 봤을 때 맞아 잘한다도 있었어. 잘한다.
He was so manly during that time.
그런가?
And then
아니 근데 그 나는 행동이 귀여운 것보다 그냥 생긴 게
전체적으로.
약간 그냥 약간 동생이 귀여운 느낌처럼.
아 그래요? 근데 주원이 저 봤을 때 약간 거울 같대. 나 왜냐면 뭐 몸도 I don't know. It's just like same. I just I know from the start that okay we will be close. Yeah.
And then 다이스케 첫인상 안 좋았어. 왜냐면 그때
Why?
단체 연습하는데 계속 배 아프다고. 근데 이름도 몰랐어. 이름도 몰랐는데 계속
What?
어디
What is
아프다
that?
하면서 그 We Ready 연습할 때 remember?
몰래.
We Ready. And then there was a kid that wasn't there. And then we're like, Where is he? 어디 갔어? 그래서 뭐
I don't know.
아프대. And we're like, okay. 뭐 아프니까 그냥 이해해줬는데 다시 와. 그래서 연습 한 5분 하다가 다시 또 아프다고 가. 왔다가 5분 하다가 또 가. 그래서 연습 진행이 안 되니까 like, 이게 진짜 아픈 걸까? 아니면 그냥 연습이 하기 싫은 건가? 근데 알고 보니까 진짜 아프긴 했어요. 근데 그 당시에는 누군지도 모르고 이름도 모르고 그 친구에 대해서 모르니까 그냥 약간 연습하기 싫은 아이처럼 약간 살짝 인식이 됐었어.
너무해.
아니 근데 이건 주원이도 똑같대.
아 그래요?
주원이도 같은 생각했었어. 왜냐면 단지 연습이 안 되니까. 근데 알고 보니까 완전 귀엽고 말 잘 듣고 그때는 그때 진짜 말 잘 들었어.
갑자기 코 길어졌어요.
그때는 말 잘 들었어. 지금도
나이스 게임.
제 말은 잘 들어요. 한 번에는 아니고.
특히 제 말은 진짜
말을 안 하잖아.
잘 들어. 응?
말을 안 하잖아.
저?
Yeah, you don't speak with Daisuke.
I no. You know, I speak with Daisuke a lot. 아니요, 진짜로. And then I give my palm arts to Daisuke.
Leftovers.
Not leftovers. You know, I bought him new ones. You know.
Leftovers that duplicates.
Nope. I bought Daisuke new ones, and then you know I gave my.
진짜 웃겨요, 제일. 그 팝마트 알죠? 약간 그 인형들 그런 걸 사서 중복되는 거 있잖아요. 2개 있는 거.
아니라고요.
그거를 제일이 다 포장 이렇게 다 뜯고 똑같은 거 있으면 다이스케 선물이야 하면서 이렇게 막 새가 주는 것처럼 쳐.
그래도
그 다음에 약간 자기가 막 다이스케 위에서 선물 준 것처럼 막 말하고 다녀.
근데 그렇지 않아요?
아니 진짜 선물이었으면
새로
다이스케가 까게 만들.
아니요, 새로운 것도 많이
왜냐면 그
줬어요.
까는 재미가 있잖아.
그러면 다이스케 지금 물어볼까요?
뭐
진짜요? 새로운 것도 많이 줬어요.
겹치는 거? 안 겹치는 거?
아니요, 진짜 새로운 거.
아니 안 겹치는 거?
응.
안 겹치는 거? The ones you don't have.
진짜 새로운 거. 약간
근데
진짜
마음에 안
랜덤. 아니에요, 같이 샀어요.
아 오케이.
You know. Dorm TMI. They want a dorm TMI.
Dorm TMI.
I don't know because I you know in our dorm I only have my space.
Dorm TMI. You know JL never comes in my room.
Yep.
숙소 생활 시작한 시작한 뒤로 한 번도 제 방을 안 들어갔거든요.
Yeah, I just realized it. Yeah.
근데 최근에 롤 같이 하자고 막 방을 들어와서 나 빼고 하고 있네 하면서 막 하고 나가는 거예요.
Yes. Of course.
이럴 때만 찾아와요.
Yep. Because I'm in just like, you know, my own world. My 침대 has tent. It has tables, and then I have
Like
Mars.
3 tables in his bed. In a bed, there's tables. Like who put tables in his bed?
Me. And it's not like I'm uncomfortable, right? It's cozy, and then you know I bought.
It's cozy, I mean, but like
Yeah.
who put 3 tables in his
Not 3, not
bed? 2, 3.
right now it's 2, but it will become
Yeah.
3. And then I have my, you know, like my big inhyungs, and then I have my Kirin inhyungs all over my bed. And then there's like a window. You know, it's just like it's, you know, you can feel life. Oh, this is how to live. This is how it feels like to live in this world.
Having 3 tables in a bed.
Yeah, because I have 3 picked. I had 3 picks. That's, oh my god, I just said something that, you know, something that you will say.
3 big.
No! Okay, I want to talk more. Can you just, you know,
What?
share something, please?
Just
Even
yeah.
it's just like random things, even
FanCon.
FanCon. Yeah, oh yeah, FanCon.
FanCon was so nice. FanCon.
Because every time I think of FanCon, it's just like so emotional. Like for real. It's not because it's my country. Yeah, but that's a factor too, you know.
맞아.
But like the fact that we already received that, you know, huge amount of love and support, it's like, you know, something that we can't imagine. Like for real. So like I don't think like words are enough to, you know, express how grateful and thankful we really are. And then that's why this time we're really more excited to like, you know, show you guys what we really prepared for this comeback.
Yeah, FanCon was amazing. I was so shocked. Like, yeah, words can't describe.
Yeah.
And I still remember that dancing stick man.
Yeah.
Standing from start to end.
You know, it's just like,
Whoever you are,
yeah.
respect.
And then it's just like, it just, when I think of FanCon, it's just like, you know, it's like, it looks like galaxy, like stars, you know, like a lot of, it was just like, oh.
Yeah, it's like a dream.
Every time I close my eyes, you know, it's just like, blah, 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 blah. Okay, they want a spoiler. Okay, I think this is not a spoiler, but for one thing for sure, I think a lot of members will also agree to this one, but for me,
Spoiler.
I love, compared to our Taeby song,
Mm.
I love this
Some more.
song more. Like, yeah.
Yeah, I like this comeback song more as well.
Yeah. Like,
I'll give you a spoiler. On October 31st,
what the heck?
Pinocchio music video teaser comes out.
Oh my god, did you just drop a big spoiler?
Yes.
Oh my god. Guys, please post this on X. Make us trending, please.
And then 2 days later, our 4th concert photo comes out.
Oh my god. Did Steven just drop a big spoiler?
Yes,
Oh my
I'm
gosh.
releasing all the schedules.
Oh my gosh.
And then I'll show you another spoiler.
What?
This is a spoiler that I like.
What?
I like these type of spoilers.
What?
Wait, I'm finding a picture.
Okay, let's wait. Okay, this is a spoiler, so we need to be patient. Okay, guys,
Okay.
wait. This is a big spoiler. Okay, you need to ready. Okay, press your record button now.
I like these kind of spoilers.
이게 뭐예요?
It's a car spoiler.
Wow, it's so corny. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. She's the only one laughing at his own jokes. Oh my gosh.
I live for these reactions.
Because you know, sometimes it's like so funny. Like, you know, even you're more funny when you're not making a joke, you know? Like, for example, when we're practicing, and then when we're practicing,
He
I
just
will
looks at my face and starts laughing.
I don't know, you know, it's so funny. Like, for real. Like, so funny. Like this face, and then it's like, what?
Is this funny?
Yes, it is. Okay, I have a question. Because like when you start being Yeonsub Sang, did you really like start as rapper or vocalist or dancer or something?
I didn't have anything.
Really? But like for like what you wanted to do?
I didn't want to do anything.
Really? Like you don't have any like okay.
I had no interest in K-pop at this time.
No, like when you became a trainee and then like you started like training stuff and
well, when I first became a trainee, I couldn't dance, sing, or obviously rap.
yeah.
But the first interest that I got into was rap.
Oh, why?
Because I really like listening to hip hop and like stuff like that, and then they kind of pushed me to like the rap line, and then gave me like they kept telling me to write rap. So we do like these stages where we just make our own stage, and then I had to write a rap, right? And I don't know how to write a rap. I never wrote rap, but then I I don't know, I just wrote it,
Mhm.
and then I got a lot of compliments, and some of the trainees were like, "Did you write this?" And they were like,
They're like doubting.
yeah, they're like, "You wrote this?" And I was
Yeah.
like, "Yeah, why?" It's like, "Oh, it's pretty good," and I was like, "Really?" Oh, thank you. And then from then, since I like got complimented and like stuff
Mhm.
like that, I think that's when I started to like actually take it serious and like start studying rap and yeah, blah blah blah.
Oh, but
Yeah.
I think being rapper suits you too.
Mm.
But for me, I think I don't know. I think a lot of us will agree to like. I think yeah, I think you being rapper is nice, but you as vocalist is good too. For me, it's like from like
Yeah.
my own opinion, because like you have like a distinct tone when you when you rap you have one as well, but I think it's more different when you sing.
Ah yeah, it's like a different vibe.
It's like what like 완전 달라.
Mm.
Like when you rap, it's like rah, and then when you sing, it's like really soft.
Yeah, so
Mm.
maybe I'll try singing more.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Why? But
I'll try singing more.
I wanna try rapping.
Mm.
I've never tried.
But then we
rapping.
don't really have much raps in our songs.
Yeah, that's right too. But
Yeah, it's just enough for two people.
and then like
Not even enough for two people, to be honest.
Yeah. Well, I will make one with Ungi Hyung. When we're practicing, like the 그다만, like our 그곳에 사지만 길, our
Yeah.
baby song. When the like we are who we are, who we are, dan, 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 dan. And then I told Ungi Hyung, okay, Ungi Hyung, we need to make another version. We need another version because
Yeah, it's
we
getting
performed
too
it a
basic.
lot.
Yeah.
It's getting too basic, and I suddenly we are who we are, who we are, and then the instrumental and the Wungyo, and we're just like starting rapping, and I was like, and then while the members are dancing, we're just like I think lately, me, Chang Choi Bu Hyung, and then Wungi Hyung, you keep singing that song like
Dreaming about the things that
we could be. Oh, I really loved that song before. And then lately, I think the three of us, I don't know, like we're always like that, right? Like like just dancing,
Yeah.
like randomly to stuff, and then like rah. But I think lately it's been like too much.
Yeah, I know, it's a bit too much.
It's a bit too, and then like even our Sams, they were just like wait for us to
Yeah,
finish,
just
and
like-
then okay, should we start? And then I was like, nah, but we're not done yet. Well, like while our Sam is ditching us, we keep just laughing by ourselves, and then the other members don't know why we're laughing too. And then sometimes us too, we don't know why we're laughing, and then it's just like when we, when our eyes meet, we would just like keep on laughing. I don't know why. The three of us.
We're just waiting for like a storm to pass. We're just like,
Yeah. Yeah, Pretty's OA. And then
Okay, let's start.
and
Okay.
I just saw that they call us like KFC. Korea, because like we're from Korea and I'm a Filipino, and then China. So it's KFC.
Oh my gosh. The KFCs.
Yeah. And then I'm supposed to take rap lessons before, right? And then you're pushing me to take rap lessons too. And I was like, I really wanted to do it, but during that time I was like,
Yeah, too much.
my
on your
schedule
mind,
it's like too much.
yeah.
Because I really want to try rapping too. I didn't, have the chance to like learn like basics and stuff.
Mm.
But yesterday, I tried rapping too.
Yesterday.
Yeah, just like practicing.
Oh.
The one I asked you, like, do you think I can post this with the dog emoticon?
Oh, that was rap?
Yeah. Oh my god.
Was it?
Yeah. He didn't pay attention.
No, I seen it. But wasn't it just like fast singing?
Yeah, but the first one.
Oh.
Yeah, it's because like I think I can say it's like XG 선배님.
Ah.
The woke up.
Ah.
Yeah. And it's so But it's so hard rapping, you know.
Yeah.
But I think it was real. It like the ono. What is ono again? Language. The language really matters when you rap because I can rap more when it's English and Tagalog, but I'm having a hard time when it's Korean.
Same.
So. Yeah, it was really hard. You know. It was really, really hard.
Yeah, rapping.
Same as singing, I think. It's also same as singing.
I think it just doesn't come out.
Because like you need to focus on the rhythm and then the tempo and stuff. But I think more than that, you need to focus on the pronunciation. Right?
And like especially when it's fast rap, like and then it just gets caught.
Yeah.
And then that annoys me so much. I'm like, why can't you say it?
Drop top and I go outside and I walk out in my plane.
You know why?
I just walk out of my plane.
You know what R&B stands for?
What? Red and blue.
Close. You got one right.
What?
Rhythm and blues. Rhythm and blue.
Is this
rhyme and blue?
Rhyme and blue.
Rhythm and
Wait, is that like a serious thing or like you're joking right now? Oh, really?
Yeah. I forgot. No,
I really love R&B. I don't know. I really love R&B. You know, I have
rhythm
a
and
playlist.
blues.
You know, I have a playlist, R&B playlist, and then it's like depends on my mood. It's like there's like chill one. There's also like R&B, and then like soul songs. You know the soul songs. I really love this song. Let me be the one to break it up, so you won't have to make excuses.
I really like J-Ho's playlist.
Yeah, but my playlist is so random, And then there was like this time that I was like, "Oh, are you sure that you want to listen?" Like how you can share the audio, and I was like, because for me, I really have like a random playlist. Like this day, I really want like wow, like party songs, and then like up tension songs. But sometimes I really want like R&B, but sometimes I want ballad. So I was like, "Oh, are you sure that you want to listen with me?" I was like, "Oh yeah." And then after that, he told me like, "Oh, I like your playlist." So like, oh, okay, thank you. Thanks then.
Yeah, I like the playlist. Very chill.
Yep. Cause I want it all.
I really like folded.
Yeah. The runs, the challenge. Come take your clothes. That is so hard. What is it?
I think my wisdom tooth is coming out.
Mine came out already.
Four?
Yep. And it doesn't hurt. And then, it came out like really. It's not like hi. It's like hello. Like that. It's like hello. Like he's not out of this world yet. Mine, he's been living his life.
I'm still young. This is proof that you're older than me.
Okay then.
Living my life young. I only took 1 hour.
Does it hurt?
No, it didn't hurt. I ate like anything like on that day.
I really wanted to do that too, but I'm too scared.
You take 3 out.
Wait, why are we talking about wisdom tooth right now?
Because I'm wise.
Okay. How long are we up? Like we've been doing live for like an hour.
Yeah. Okay. I think we should slowly start wrapping it up. So we'll end it on time? 45.
Oh damn! Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
No way.
Full House rap part during FanCon was amazing. What do you think?
Oh my, this is Yun people. Yeah, you know, Filipinos are, they're really good at singing, but I think a little bit more practice at rapping.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. You got the rhythm right, you got the melody correct, just the lyrics.
Nearly there.
Dropped up in a good hot tub and I just walk out of my bed. Look at my feet right now and fix my hair, fix my makeup, run away. Bound to the next step, make about down the next step.
Yep.
A little more than ordinary on the right, on the leaving on your boat. What? I can't, because if I do it now, I'm gonna be so loud.
You're already loud.
Yeah, I am. Oh, they're asking about
Horror story.
No, I don't have any.
Horror story. I have a horror story,
What?
and it's like happened recently.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
This morning,
Hmm?
you know how we had to wake up right early.
Yep.
I woke up and then I woke up like 5 minutes later than I was supposed to wake up.
Mm-hmm.
So I quickly ran outside my room, right? And then I saw JL's face. I love how you saw it coming before I said the punchline.
Yeah, because I think this is the and then how you how you went out. I think it's like something like he's like this. I was like, hi. I was like hi, and then I was like, and then he started like showering like so fast. I was like, okay. No. This is so high. I don't think I can sing this one. Right?
It is high, yeah.
If especially this one.
Yeah, the last chorus.
Let the past. So I come take my hand and so young.
Time flies, it's already 45.
Oh, I think we should make this a series. Since it's all on board. This is the start, and then we need to
All aboard.
boink, 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 boink.
Yes.
Okay, and then we will do Chongri. What is Chongri again?
Chongli, like 마무리,
No, Chongri.
like tidy up.
Yeah, we will
Clean.
schedule. I mean the schedule, what we are going to talk about Chongri. That kind of Chongri. 하고 we will do live.
Okay.
Because right now we're just talking nonsense.
We're just yapping.
We're just yapping. This is the
Some
start.
of us like it.
And this is the start, and then this is just test it.
All right.
I think
All right.
On there.
We could go band for band.
No.
All right. Bye bye.
I think this is the end.
Yes.
We need to play LOL. Yeah, you don't have a choice. You will play with me. Yeah. After this. Right.
All right. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Oha.
We will
Bye.
next time we will meet again.
Yes.
This is just testing, okay?
Yes. We'll meet again.
What is that?
Bye bye.
What are you doing? Oh, FX.
What are you doing?
What
Alright.
are you doing?
Bye bye.
Bye.
See you next time.
Bye bye.